Shalom. This is video number 2 on keeping kosher for Passover. Okay, how about canned or frozen fruits and vegetables for Passover? According to the Rabbinical Assembly, this is conservative. When packed in water for their own juices, you don't need certification. However, avoid cans or packages containing any additional ingredients. Can salmon or tuna be used? Oil packing introduces an uncertain element, possibly containing additional ingredients. Therefore, water-packed variety, and purchase it before Passover, because then you're given 1 out of 60 mixture before it's called chametz. So water-packed, not oil-packed. How about milk without a hechsher? Yes, with automation used in milk production, there's little chance that any milk contains chametz. The Orthodox don't agree with this, but we don't think you have to spend extra money to buy milk kosher for Passover. How about dishes or utensils used during the year? Well, it's preferable to have dishes or utensils specifically for Passover. However, it's not always possible, so you can kosher certain ones. Right? So how do you kosher? Well, anything that's all metal, don't use it for a day. Of course, have it clean, and then boil it. That koshers it. Glassware. I grew up with glasses being changed every 24 hours for 72 hours total in the bathtub, the water being changed. But now, once it goes to the dishwasher, most non-Orthodox scholars consider that fine. Now, how do you kosher a dishwasher? Well, empty it out, and then do a cycle with soap and a cycle just water, and then it's koshered. And so any glass you put in there, because glass is not considered porous, so it's just symbolic anyway, but you want to do it for the symbolic purpose. Fine translucent chinaware, if not used during the year, is permitted. Now, how do you kosher the big pots? Well, you fill them up with water, you boil it, and then you put a little something in so the water spills over the side. How do you kosher your stovetop? Don't use it for 24 hours, clean it, and then put it on full blast. Your oven, clean it, and then 24 hours don't use it, and then put it on full blast for a couple of minutes. Basically, that does it. Refrigerator, clean it out, get rid of all the chametz, and then wash it down thoroughly. And some people cover the shelves with tin foil or some kind of covering. Probably not necessary because it's cold, but clean it out thoroughly. How about a microwave? Well, there's a difference in opinion, but basically just clean it out and then put a bowl of water in there until it boils and it's koshered. So basically, that's pretty much what you need to know. You can email me if you have specific questions. But again, the big question is about, and if you're a vegetarian and you only eat keto basically to survive, then be Sephardic for Passover. I mean, these are not midoraita Torah prohibitions. These are rabbinic prohibitions. In fact, the rabbis in Israel, conservative rabbis, have basically said we're no longer going to observe the distinctions between ketniot and legumes and non-legumes. For Israelis, we want to have one policy, and it's based on probably a mistake in the Middle Ages anyway, an error, and so it's really not necessary. Most Ashkenazic Jews in America who care about Passover still observe it. You know, I'd find it very difficult to eat corn or peas or rice, but that's just because I grew up that way. I understand the Torah doesn't prohibit them. That's an Ashkenazic additional prohibition. Now, in terms of derivatives of those products, you know, some Jews prohibit corn derivatives like corn syrup. Like Coke will change its formula, I think, for sugar. But I had codes teachers at the seminary who said that the tertiary derivatives of prohibitions of something itself, which is a rabbinic prohibition, a midah and not a midoraita from the Torah prohibition, is such a ridiculous level of prohibitions is not necessary. So I had professors who said corn syrup was fine. So I got to ask you, Rabbi, I personally think corn syrup is fine because corn is only a midah rabbinic prohibition. Anyway, but for the synagogue here, we have people who don't observe that way. So in green beans, we have some Germans here, so we don't serve green beans. Kind of want to, on Pesach, not serve food, which some people would find not kosher for Pesach. In any case, that's the end of my kosher for Passover tour, 2 videos. Enjoy. Chag Sameach, V'kasher, we say. V'kasher, because it's the only holiday we say have a kosher holiday, because it's so hard to do.